What's up guys, Average Sniper here, and today I'm bringing you a video about the best sensitivity settings in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds for Xbox One. Now before I get into the video and before I talk about it, I know a lot of you clicked this so you could just see the settings, and here it is. I'm going to leave that on the screen for a little bit and I'm going to go over each one. Obviously I leave the language on English because I am American. I don't mess with the invert X, invert Y axis, and I turned the vibration off. I brought my dead zone down to 3 because I don't like the dead zone on the analog sticks. I like them to be a little bit more responsive, so I definitely turned that down. Turned my general sensitivity, my vehicle driver sensitivity, and my targeting sensitivity from 5 to 3. And then for all my scopes, I changed it to 1. Now you will see on this 15 times scope, I have it on 10. That's because a 15 times scope currently has a bug, and the 10 sensitivity is basically the same as a 1 sensitivity. So I hope this helps you guys, and if you would like to see this gameplay and hear me talk more about my thoughts on the sensitivity and using a controller on this game, go ahead and keep watching.
I am Batman. Average Sniper.
Well, let me just start by saying, welcome to PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds on Xbox One. Hopefully they fix the frame rate soon, because that's the main problem with this game, I think, is the low frame rate. But having said that, have you guys noticed that the aim seems a little bit clunky? Now, I think there's a couple different reasons for this, okay? When you're aiming in on people, whether it's through first person or third person, but mainly the first person aim where you're using an optic to acquire your target, it just seems so inaccurate and so clunky. Now, I have taken a lot of time to get used to this, and I do use a controller when I'm playing on Xbox One. I use the standard Microsoft Xbox One controller, and that is what I'm also using in this gameplay that you're seeing here, which is on Xbox One X. Now, I think there's a couple different reasons for the aiming being so clunky, and that's why I wanted to make a video about sensitivity to help people find that sweet spot. Now, well, before I get into the sensitivity, let me talk about why I think the aiming is clunky. Number one, there's no aim assist in this game. There's not very many games on console that have no aim assist. Now, if you don't know what aim assist is part of the game that helps you slow down your sensitivity automatically when you come over targets so you can be more accurate. Some games also have aim assist that helps you center targets on your screen as you aim in. Depending on what game you usually play on console, you might have become dependent on this aim assist, and regardless whether you knew you were using it or not, it can be a problem learning to aim without the aim assist because you just end up dragging right past your targets or not getting them in the center of your screen automatically. So if you are one of those guys that turns aim assist off in your other games, then this has probably been a lot smoother of a transition for you. So I think the first reason the aim is clunky is because there's no aim assist. The second reason, I simply think that the aiming in this game is bad. When you aim in first person, it just feels like it's way too sensitive. When you start moving the controller one direction and you want it to go slow, all of a sudden it just speeds up on you and you fly past your target. When you're trying to go like left and right on a guy that's trying to dodge and jump and weave to get away from your bullets, it's like you just keep flying past him. So the first thing I thought when I played this game is, man, I gotta change the sensitivity settings because the default settings seem way too high to me. I'm the type of person who likes my sensitivity settings for video games to be somewhere within a medium level. I don't like them too high and I don't like them too low. The reason I don't like them too high is because it's harder to be accurate the higher your sensitivity is on targets that are far away. And the reason I don't like my sensitivity low is because it slows your reaction time down when an enemy surprises you close by. Like if you need to turn around and do a 180, you want to be able to do that quick. You don't just want to sit there and take 3 seconds to turn around because your sensitivity is too low. Now the sensitivity in this game really kind of threw me for a loop because I was I was trying to play and I thought 5 sensitivity was low, but it's actually pretty high. And that's why I turned my general sensitivity down to 3, and the most important thing I did was turn the sensitivity down on my scopes, which is your first person aim, down to 1. Except for that 15 times scope, I had to turn that to 10 because that's just glitched right now. So that one sensitivity on my scopes gives me the sensitivity that I need when I need to aim in first person and be more accurate. It slows it down so that you can be more accurate, but you can still speed it up if you hold the analog stick to the left, to the right, or up or down while you're aiming in. It will still speed up as you do that. So no problem there. Now, in this gameplay, I did a lot of third-person aiming, and I only really think I did first-person aiming towards the end and when I went to blow a couple cars up. Did you guys see that grenade kill? That was so cool. Those guys ran up to the care package. They had no idea. They didn't even hear the clink, clink, clink of the grenade as it rolled up to them. So I'm pretty sure those guys were new to this game, because if I hear clink, 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 I know a grenade just rolled into my feet, and I don't care who's shooting at me. I'm running, I'm diving, I'm getting away from that, because the grenades in this game are powerful. I mean, if you're within probably 5 to 10 meters, then you are basically in a kill zone. Look at this guy, man. He's there we go, knock the passenger out, keep shooting. One of the cool things about this game is that you can blow cars up. Check this out. Just keep shooting at the car till it blows up, and whoever's inside it is going to get killed. So up to 7 kills already. Man, this game is crazy. And that was a good example right there of, you know, that first person aim. Even though I have my scope sensitivity put down to 1, it doesn't stop me from being able to follow targets, even a moving vehicle. So I don't see any reason really to have your scope sensitivity any higher than a 1 unless you plan on bouncing it all over the screen. Ever since I turned my scope sensitivity down to 1 and left my general sensitivity on 3, I have just been so much more accurate. And maybe that's just me. I know this one accuracy, just because that sensitivity works for me, does not mean that this exact same thing will work for you. So you might have to fine tune it a bit and use this video to help you. I'm not saying that these settings right here are the absolute best, but I think it's the best for getting you started to find your own sensitivity. And if you are completely lost and you can't aim at all right now, then please just give these settings a try. And I'm almost 100% sure that your aiming will improve, okay? It definitely did for me. And I'm very experienced with a controller. Now, all the games I've played up to now have had aim assist, but in Battlefield 1, which I played so much, I did turn my aim assist off on the controller eventually, kind of in preparation, getting ready for this game to come out, because I saw that the developers wrote, when we make this game for console, it's not going to have aim assist, at least on the first build. It really depends on the feedback that you guys, that us as a community, give to the developers on whether or not we want aim assist in the game. Personally, I've always been a fan of games with no aim assist, because it sucks to get killed by aim assist, you know, knowing that you had the guy dead to rights, but he just turned around and locked onto you because the aim assist in the game was too strong, or it just gave him that advantage that he shouldn't have. I think it makes the gameplay more unrealistic. It does make the gameplay a little faster, but I think you should have to take your time to aim and acquire your targets, just like you would in real life. You know, I mean, unless you're an expert marksman that can just, you know, shoot anything, but let's be honest, not everybody is like that. So yeah, I just think, I kind of went on a ramble right there. I just think that the games without aim assist are great. Now, that doesn't mean the aim has to be so clunky. So I really do think the developers need to do something to fix the clunkiness of the aim in this game. They need to adjust, give us more sensitivity settings, or they just need to make it smoother. And a big part of that, like I said in the beginning of the video, is the frame rate. I'm playing this on an Xbox One X. I'm lucky if I get up to 25 frames per second, and there's a 30 frames per second cap. Man, ever since Xbox 360, I've never seen a game run anything less than like 40 frames per second. A good game that's real popular. You know, I know there's some games out there that are just shit, and you know, but this game has millions and millions of people playing. So it blows my mind. It blows my mind how that guy didn't die with that sniper shot right there. It blows my mind how this game how it runs so bad. I know it's a preview edition, and I know when it first came out for PC, it also had major problems, so I'm really looking forward to seeing the patches that the developers release, and I'm hoping that they make the game better instead of worse, because we have seen some patches on PC for this game. I'm a big PC player on this game. I have 1,100 hours in. I have seen a lot of patches on PC that kind of mess things up until they fix it, so hopefully that won't happen. Overall, I really like the game. I'm very satisfied with it. It's so nice that I get to play with my Xbox friends, because a lot of my friends, they have Xbox, but they don't have a gaming PC like I do. So we've never been able to play this game together, and I've been having so much fun playing this game. So I do want to say shout out to the developers. Thanks for bringing this game to console. You know, it's really nice to be able to play with my friends. And I hope you guys really listen to our feedback as a community. I hope we get this game fixed. I hope we can get it running at 60 frames per second. Let's focus less on the resolution of the game and more on the smoothness of the game. Because in my opinion, this type of game, it's more about the gameplay and less about the graphics. If the gameplay is good and the graphics are a little dull, that's fine with me, as long as I have a good time playing the game. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got enough information about aiming and sensitivity. Leave me any feedback or comments you would like. Let me know what sensitivity works best for you. Leave a like on the video and subscribe if you'd like to see more content. I will see you on the next video or the next live stream. Later.